The Oklahoma Senate today approved 6 bills that, if enacted, will decimate abortion access in Oklahoma. After Idaho, Oklahoma is now the second state this session to vote a 6-week abortion ban modeled after Texas's SB 8 out of a full chamber. So, I mean, the debate on some of these was just disgusting. Like, I mean, there's one that, like, bans it after 30 days, I think. Like, if you haven't had, like, that's the 30-day period one. Anyway, just crazy bills that are going to affect certain populations far more than others. And, here's the descriptions of the bills. A ban on abortion 30 days after a person's last menstrual period, before many people know they're pregnant. A modification of the state's trigger ban that would allow pre-Roe versus Wade statutes to take effect if the Supreme Court overturns Roe versus Wade, even in part. Constitutional amendment that would eliminate abortion. A constitutional amendment that would confer full personhoods and the rights that come with it from conception. Things like that one are, to me, are so freaky, because it's like what happens then if somebody, I mean, and, not to stir anything here, but like miscarriages and stuff. I mean, like there just feels like there would be an immediate implication about, like, investigating those, which is just, like, so horrifying, having known, many folks that have experienced that and how traumatizing it is just on many people. Anyway, these bills feel like they could have really draconian outcomes. And then a bill funding fake clinics that lie to people seeking abortions is like crisis pregnancy center type stuff. Anyway, those all 6 passed the Senate yesterday. And now go to the House.
There's just like, there's so many things to be said about it, but it's like, it feels like a broken record at this point. Like, we've been fighting this since, like, basically the beginning of session, because we knew that this was coming. And it's like, after 30 days, like, technically your menstrual cycle is a 28-day process. Like,
Right.
you need anywhere from 3 to 7, and then you're in this, ovulation, and then, I don't need to explain the whole cycle, but that gives you technically like 2 days, like, from when you could, like, actually know to whenever you're not allowed to do anything about it anymore. And, like, that is
right. And most people don't find out till like 6 or 8 weeks
right.
anyway,
Is absolutely, there's just so many wild implications for this, and just just putting women,
as a person
pregnant
that
people,
can have children.
yeah,
Like, as a person that can have children, because, like, this doesn't just affect women, this affects trans men, this affects non-binary people. So as people who can bear children, like, I don't know, it's like our legislature just every day seeks to just emotionally traumatize somebody if they don't do anything else. It's either trans kids or like LGBTQ 2S plus people, or it's people who can bear children. And I don't get it. Like, I saw the thing that I did the other day, and I'm just like, what is happening in our country? Some of those arguments that happened around these bills yesterday also were like super just brutal. Like, these people are making, just saying the most crazy ass shit. Like, oh my goodness.
My deal is, like, if this is the stuff they'll say on the floor of the Senate or wherever, it's like, just imagine the conversations they're having in, like, their safe spaces, like, where Like, I mean, I can't even. It's hard to even fathom. Like,
And we know, like, and it's crazy because I just feel like this is also racism. Like, we know that the people who show up outside the abortion clinics are the same people. Like, they're let me tell you, I went to when Trump came here in 2020. I was there, and there were all these freaking anti-abortion people attacking me, right? Or attacking the group of people that was right there, basically. And they're like, there's this one guy who's like chanting on a megaphone, "Black babies matter, black babies matter, black babies matter, black babies matter." And they are literally just attacking us using the most racist, disgusting rhetoric, giving all these false ass statistics, and just like they were there to attack black people about abortions. And so it's just like, I'm just like, all this is racist. Like, because the same people, like the people who are backing this up, the people who are supporting this, like this is just, it's so gross. And the level of patriarchy that is entrenched in this is just so disgusting, because it's like there wasn't, Native American people or any Hispanic people out there yelling at us. It was fucking a group of white men.
yeah.
It's like we
What the
want you to
fuck?
have your black babies. That way, we have people to oppress in the coming generations. Like,
I'm
don't
like,
you
what?
understand?
Right. I literally said to the guy who's saying black babies matter, I'm like, how long do black babies matter? Until they're 15 and you can fucking kill them?
Yeah, for
The
playing
Well,
with
then
a
go
police
ask
will
toy
him,
gun
shoot
in the
them.
park.
or go ask him if they believe in food
Yeah.
stamps, or if they believe in WIC, or if they believe in housing credits, or whatever.
And
I
what's
mean, like,
crazy about that is when you look at the people utilizing those programs the most
I
is
know,
fucking white people.
yeah, I know, I know,
What?
and that's the thing is like, I mean, yeah. Like, they'll I mean, it's like the one guy, Roberts or whatever his name is, in House District 83. I mean, like, he paid for his girlfriend's abortion 30 years ago. I mean, like, when it's their kid, who's
Now he's
15, that
voting
gets knocked
against
up.
abortion.
Do what?
But now he's voting against abortion. Like,
Oh yeah, 100%. Totally against it. And totally against it in these cases that will definitely impact young people in, I mean, because I think the 30-day one, I mean, I think, like, none of them even have exceptions for rape or incest. It's like just life of the mother. I mean,
I
these are
just
like,
like
they're
I
so
just
extreme.
don't understand why you wouldn't just fully fund some good sexual education programs and like put some public dollars into like some free condoms and some birth control and implants, all of these things to just make sure that you don't have an abortion. But no, you won't even allow that either.
Yeah.
Because abstinence only is apparently the way to go.
and I think with that being said, one of the most interesting arguments around all of this, like anti-abortion, defund the abortion clinics type shit, is that these places aren't just performing abortions. These
Right.
places are, get for me, it was life-saving care that Planned Parenthood provided to me, because no other doctor would remove an infected IUD, and I could have fucking died. I went to Planned Parenthood for months, for literally months. I called doctors all around the state trying to get an IUD removed. This procedure took all of 2 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Doctors everywhere refused to remove a goddamn IUD, including the doctor who inserted it.
So
I
what,
had to
I
go
have an
to Planned
IUD
Parenthood.
too, and like I know that if I want to get mine taken out like ahead of its expiration date, I have to pay like $175 for an emergency removal thing. When all they gotta go in is just like pull it out. So yeah, it's it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't
And
make any
so, but
sense.
it's like, this is not just about abortions. These are, if you care so much about people not killing babies, like Taz said, let's invest in not making unwanted or, you know, children that, it's not even to say that if someone gets an abortion that they just don't want their kid. You may not be in an economic position to have this child, or whatever the case may be. You have
Yeah.
the right to do what the fuck you want to do. Like,
It's always
ugh.
I mean,
I get so
children, you
inflamed
know,
with it.
as the resident parent here, like, children are life changing. Like, they're wonderful, and, you know, obviously we all love our kids and, you know, want the best for them, but it is a ridiculous commitment, and it is something that changes your life. Of course, sorry, Adriana, of course you have kids too, but kid too. Sorry. I was thinking of Anna and Taz because I just think you guys are so much younger than me. I always just forget that, like.
I'm a big kid now, okay?
Yeah, I know.
I
But
can
I
have a
mean,
kid
it's.
whenever I want, Nick. You
God.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
Don't let me
I'm just
call
saying
her
they're a
mom,
big
okay?
deal. They're a big deal. They're a big deal. That's all.
I was laughing because I'm agreeing with you. Like, this
Yeah.
is a ridiculous fucking commitment. I have a 4-year-old. Like, the amount of money that it costs to just feed, bathe, clothes, like basic necessities for a kid, bro.
It's huge. It's huge. Yep. So, anyway,
And we won't even pay people a living wage to
yeah.
afford these.
Yeah, all these family policies that are out there would probably do worlds to combat abortion if that was really what they wanted. But of course, I mean, these bills are psychotic. Like, I mean, it's all about just controlling pregnant people's bodies and certain folks. Thanks for watching our video. Please give it a like and hit that subscribe button for more content. If you want to engage with us, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram.